I'm curious to dive into the process of actually getting this head coaching job here at Duke. It's something that I get questions from fans all the time. What's the process like? You again had a ton of success at Penn State 2 years in a row. I'm sure you were having a bunch of calls from different head coaching jobs that were open. Your name seemed to have been on every hot list at the time for head coaches. How did that process play out, and ultimately, what made Duke the job that you wanted to take?
Yeah, I felt like I had a outstanding job at Penn State, and was very happy to be there, and could have stayed there forever. So head coaching jobs are really, really hard to find. And when you've already had one, you know that they're going to be even harder to find.
Yeah.
And so if I was going to leave Penn State to be a head football coach, it really had to be at the right spot. And I had some opportunities here before that I thought were really good opportunities that I said no to. There were certain things at Penn State that really I thought contributed to our success. And as Duke was winning, and there were some coaches here on the staff at Duke, I was getting a little bit of the inside baseball as to why, Mike Elko was having the success here. And a lot of it it rhymed with some of the things that I thought made us great at Penn State. And so when the job came open and you start to say, well, gosh, some of the things I really like about coaching these guys at Penn State, I'm hearing the same things at Duke.
Yeah.
So I think that was definitely one of the things that piqued my interest in when this job came open.
Yeah. What's the process look like from a first phone call to actually getting the job for a job like this? Like a bunch of different interviews, conversations. I'm sure you're doing a lot of meetings.
There are, and it can be so many different ways, right? But first you're going to generally get some sort of feeler, like, are you interested? Because people don't want to waste people's time, especially now, with the portal being open. It's such a crazy, turbulent time. But that's going to generally go to a first interview. Now, within the power of Zoom, you don't have to do that in person or on a phone call. Then people normally narrow it down, and there'll be a second interview. For this particular job, that was in person. And then that was followed up by maybe 2 or 3 other interviews. One, I met one-on-one with Vincent Price, who's our outstanding president here, which was very important to me because I do. You're a little wiser when you're going for a second head coaching job in terms of what matters. And that was a big, big deal for me, that Zoom. Had another Zoom with leaders from all different types of departments on campus. And you want to hear, the same, song again and again. You want to hear people that are on the same page, that believe in the same things, that have the same standards and ideals. And so, this process went a little bit longer. It probably went, I think I was hired maybe midweek or towards the end of the second week after the job came open. And I'm thankful for how it worked out.